Hey guys, Al here. Today we're gonna do a little hike. Uh, Bring the bike with me too. I have a mountain bike and all. We're gonna bike over to the trolley trail in Factoryville and ride it to uh, around Keystone College. And I'm gonna show you some history out there of the old Seaman Cemetery and Seaman's Pond, the Sugar Shack, which is Keystone's property, where they have a maple syrup setup out there, and they have tapped quite a few trees. So I'll show you how they get the maple syrup from the trees down to the sugar shack itself, where I guess it's processed and everything like that. I'm not sure if they sell maple syrup out of there. I never really asked. I've been there. I've never really asked if they sell maple syrup out of there. So if there's anybody around, we could probably check that out. I'm bringing a hammock. I'm not going out for the night. It's just going to be an out and back trip. I'm bringing the hammock though. We're going to set up a little makeshift camp. I have a twig stove. For those of you that do not know what a twig stove is, it is basically it was, first of all, it was customized. I made it myself as opposed to buying one. They can get a little expensive. It's basically made out of an old tin can with holes drilled in the sides for air. And basically all you do is you get twigs, small sticks, put them in there, light them up, and you have a small concealed fire. Works awesome. I'll bust it out. We'll see how that works. I brought some coffee with me, a protein shake that I whipped up. I'm gonna cook some ramen out there. I got some trail mix and all, so it should be fun. Again, this is just a little day hike, something to do. I'm gonna provide you guys with some history of the trolley trail, and not so much history of Keystone College. It's more or less history of the trolley trail, because that's what we're going to be on. That's what this trip is about, so it's going to be fun. Not bringing any beer with me this time. This is just a real quick out and about, kind of hang out and reflect and get the thoughts together and have fun at the same time. So it should be fun. Hey guys, I'm back. We're currently on 6 and 11, headed toward Factoryville. So not even a mile ride to Trailhead. We should be there in probably I'd say the next couple of minutes, and we'll be heading up to the trail and all, and probably about a little under a mile to the map of all the trails up here, and we'll get a better glimpse, better understanding, I guess, of where the trolley trail goes. And like I said, the history behind it. For those of you who've never been up there, it should be fun. Well, we're pulling off the main road now, and this here is the entrance to the trail itself in the Factoryville area. So as you can see, it is a beautiful day out here. A little chilly, but I figured we ain't gonna be out here long, so I didn't wear a jacket or nothing. And I figured I'd be moving most of the time too, so I'm not gonna need one. But here's the trail now. This originally was the old trolley line, and it ran from Scranton to Hot Bottom. I believe it actually went further. I believe it actually went to New York, but it was used for transporting goods. Used for transporting goods to different towns throughout the trail itself, or the train line, trolley line. Sorry. There were a lot of farms in the area, and a lot of farmers had cattle. And on different parts of the trail, you'll see these little tunnels that go under and come out on the other side. They were used for the farmers' cattle, so that they would have a way to make it across or under the trolley line, as opposed to going over the trolley line, you know, possibly being hit by a trolley. So it was an engineering feat at its best. Right now we're coming up on a road crossing, so we'll catch back up out back. There's some history here of the trolley trail, and I'll read it off to you. In 1915, the DL&W Railroad abandoned its old route between Clark Summit and Halstead. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania was given the road bed to build a new road. The road, known as the Lackawanna Trail, today's Route 11, was completed in 1922 and closely paralleled the route of the Northern Electric. Automobiles became popular on the scenic Lackawanna Trail. The trolley continued to run, however. Ridership and freight decreased rapidly. In 1927, the company actually started and owned a bus line, which was popular from Scranton through the Abington to Lake Winola. Maintenance costs increased. The company failed to maintain pavement along portions of its tracks in the city. In 1928 and 1929, Scranton's mayor threatened to shut down the line in the city due to negligence and mismanagement. The Great Depression entered its economic slump, and the company entered receivership in 1930. In 1931, trolley operations first stopped running on the Lake Winola branch, followed by Montrose and later Nicholson. Service continued to Factoryville when a group of employees received court permission to form a cooperative association to run a few cars. In 1932, the road through Leggett's Gap, the Notch, was widened. The company was unable to cover the costs of realigning the tracks. On September 21, 1932, city officials abruptly tore up the rails, blocking the trolley from crossing into city limits, permanently ending trolley service on the Northern Electric. Right here, obviously, we have the Nicholson Bridge, which was actually called the Tunkhannock Viaduct. Now, DL&W is no longer. It's actually Norfolk Southern now. This is in Scranton here. Actually, this is the Notch that is actually the line from Scranton and Chinchilla. Here's two hobos traveling through rural towns of Scranton. They still do that today. It's one of their means of traveling. I actually spoke with one in Scranton, and he used to jump the trains from Scranton to Wilkes-Barre to meet up with other buddies of his that were homeless, that had lived on the tracks or along the Susquehanna River, and that's how they met up and exchanged, goods, whatever, bartered and all. So, but yeah, we're gonna jump back on the trail. Hey guys, Al back. This is the map of the campus trails and all. The trolley trail, which is in red, and we are right here. We just came from here, the old former trolley station. So we are going to head up here, the yellow trail here, which is your Tunkhannock hiking trail. It's a loop, 1.2 miles. We're going to see Seaman Cemetery. We're going to see Seaman's Pond. We're going to go all the way around here. Probably set up back in here, maybe in the middle somewhere. And head down through here. An apiary is actually beehives. So I don't know if we're going to go see those. I don't like bees. But we're going to continue to follow this all the way around. Boom, come back here. And then ride the trolley trail all the way back out to where we came in Factoryville. Here's your sugar shack. This is a bridge that is on one of the campus trails. So it should be fun. And we're off again. This here is the old Seaman Cemetery. Like I said, a lot of these stones date back to the early 1800s. It's a private cemetery. The Seaman's family, a very prominent family out here in Factoryville. This is their private cemetery here. We're currently on foot now. Just walking down to the pond, Seaman's Pond. Give you guys a view of that in a minute. The old Seaman's Pond. See, they got some benches and all set up. There's a table over here. Looks like somebody put up a tire swing. My first take on this when I seen it was, man, what an awesome place for a campsite. But considering it's on private property, I'm sure that probably wouldn't work out too well. You can see people had some makeshift fires up here. One there. One there. There she is. We're not too far off from the cemetery. Actually, fairly close. Now we're gonna make our way up onto the hiking trail, the Tunkhannock hiking trail. Not sure I'm gonna leave the bike behind. I think I might bring that with. Probably be a better idea. Never know who's back here. I did come up on a hiker coming in, getting on the trolley trail. He was, I'd seen his pack sitting on a bench, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's a pack, but there's nobody with it. So I heard rustling up in the woods and everything, and sure enough, there he was. Don't know what he was doing, none of my business, but there are definitely other people out here, so we're not going to leave the bike behind. Whether or not we ride it or push it, it's coming with us. So we're coming back up onto the trail, Tunkhannock hiking trail, which is actually more or less of a road than a trail. It does go back into the woods though, for sure, but it's not what you'd expect for a hiking trail. It looks like a logging road, to be honest with you. Little bike. So we're going to, I think, walk with the bike. Just push him along. And here's the trail. I was flying down this thing one day, and I had trying to grab my glasses off my hat. It was pretty bright. I ended up dropping them. I was going too fast down here to even stop to slow down for them, so maybe we'll see them. Even though I got another pair anyway, but maybe we'll see them up here. It'd be kind of cool if nobody picked them up. Yeah, still on the Tunkhannock hiking trail. Just came up on some really big houses. I'd imagine they are probably Siemens. I mean, these places are enormous. So, and old, well, the one was. The one looked fairly new. But, yeah, we're still on the trail here. Making our way, slowly. There's, the apiary is up here a ways. Again, that's a massive beehive. Not necessarily a beehive, it's where they keep bees. And I guess they get honey from them. You know, they collect the honey and all. So I don't know if they that has anything to do with the sugar shack, but I'm sure it does. But the apiary is coming up very soon. Just came up on a clearing here. And some views. Look at this. Yeah. So, we are definitely the only ones up here. There's a white blaze up here with a little hiker guy above it. So, I believe to my left is the apiary. And I believe to my right, down this right here, is the Tunkhannock hiking trail. So we're gonna go check out this apiary, and I'm gonna leave the bike here. Walked into a huge spider web, man. All these trees are marked too. These are all apple trees. They all have number placards on them. Looks like maybe a pool. Pretty nice back here. Wine crisp. All these things marked here. These trees, all these different plants. This still shows we're on a trail. Daybreak Fuji. That's interesting. Ah, there we go. And you can see these blue lines down here. These are all hooked to maple trees. And they run all the way down here to my right, over here and to the left, and down over this bank here. They're actually gravity fed. It's like water finds its own line, and it goes all the way down to the bottom here, one of the hiking trails down there that'll lead to the sugar shack. So I believe they're just kind of gravity fed from up here all the way to the bottom, right to the sugar shack. I don't know if you can see through here or not, but that is part of Keystone down there, and a little further over to my left is Factoryville. Hey guys, I'm back again. Now you're probably getting tired of seeing me. You're like, man, why does he keep showing up on camera like this? We're trying to see some scenery. So I came up on another apple grove, something. Again, there's some more stuff planted everywhere. I believe these are probably trees, apple trees. That's where we're just at. We're really not far from where we came from. But yeah, they're all numbered. There's quite a few of them. Thought that was kind of neat. This is Gallerina. So I was thinking to myself, I was wandering around in here. I mean, this would be a prime area for deer. Deer love apples. It'd also be a prime area for bear. Because bears like honey. And if there is an apiary right over my left shoulder, it would be a prime area for bear to hang out. So that just came to mind. There's another placard, 3 of them. I guess this is apple tree 25, and we're still on the hiking trail, which is to my right here, down over this hill. So we're going to continue on. And you will see me again. I'm sorry, but yeah, you'll see me again probably very shortly. So when you do, we will be setting the hammock up and chilling like a villain with Bob Dylan. Definitely not with penicillin because I'm allergic to it, but we will be chilling. And yeah, you guys, I'm back to it. I'm actually getting ready to set up the hammock and what that was. Start a little fire here on my twig stove and heat up some ramen. Hang out for a little bit and get attacked by bugs. But yeah, we're not too far off the trail right now. Maybe 80 feet from the trail. It actually runs down this right here. I don't know if you can see through the trees here, but that is houses down there. We're right now actually on, I believe, Keystone's property, one of the campus trails. So I think as long as this it's not really necessarily going to be a fire, more or less of hot coals. There's going to be smoke though, so got to be a little careful. I don't think anybody's going to say nothing, but always good to be safe, you know? Let's get this hammock set up. there you have it. Quick setup. It's an equipped hammock. I got it at Walmart. It doesn't have the bug net or nothing like that, but it goes up in seconds and it gets the job done. I went on many trips with it. Last one we did. My brother and I did the Mackinac Loop Trail in Mackinac, Pennsylvania, by Chickasha and Berwick. And we spent the night up there, and that was good times. I actually have some video of that and a bunch of pictures, which I will put up on my YouTube page, so y'all can check that out. But right now we're gonna get this ramen going here and hang out for a little bit. So I'll catch back up with you. Well, folks, this is the twig stove I was telling you about. And this is how it works. Just feed it with sticks, and you get your water, set it right on top. Throw your lid on there, and you could feed it right here. Just feed your sticks in there, and there you go. Concealed fire. I have it on this rock here, so that any debris that does fall out of it, it'll land on this rock and it won't go any further over into these leaves and catch the wood on fire. When I'm done, all I need to do is take some of my water and dump it in the inside of that, and it'll put any of the hot coals out, so it won't burn the woods down. And I pack up everything that I have, and I leave no trace. So that's the twig stove. That's how it works. It was a custom job, as you can see, and I've used it on several trips now, so she's been holding up good. Hammock still up. At the bike over there. My food bag here. So far, haven't had anybody come around. It's been pretty quiet. I'm getting attacked by spiders and all out here though. Just had some crawling on my pack. And some weird bugs. I'm not sure what they are. They look kind of like beetles. They're green. There's one of them right here actually. You can see him right there. Just crawled away. sure what they are. They have like a buzzing noise to them though. Matter of fact, there's another one right there creeping up on me. Not too sure what they are. They definitely make a lot of noise though. Hello guys. Yeah, ramen's finished. Nice and hot. So how'd you like the little twig stove? Pretty interesting. I was actually watching a backpacking video a couple weeks ago, and I happened to come up on that, and I was like, wow, man, that's pretty interesting. You don't need a you don't need a stove. You don't have to go out and buy fuel for it, and keep spending money on fuel and all. When all you gotta do is get some twigs, together and throw them in there and burn them. I still got hot coals in there. I could throw some more sticks on there and they'll blaze right up. So that's definitely a plus. And it's super lightweight. All it is a tin can with some holes drilled in it. And, it gets the job done for sure. These are the times when ramen never tasted so good. I used some birch bark to get that fire going, and then some like pencil lead sized twigs, threw them on, and gradually worked my way up to bigger twigs and branches. And like I said, I still got some hot coals in there. Yeah, that was a good deal. That was a good find, finding that twig stove like that. I was looking earlier when I got here to this little site, this little spot, and I seen markings on a tree from a bear, and took pictures of them and all. I'm not too far off from the apple trees. They're actually right up the hill here. The apiary is right in the area too. Pennsylvania's notorious for bear, but they're few and far between. Rarely do you run into them. If you do, 9 times out of 10 they ain't gonna mess with you anyway, unless you give them reason to. If there's cubs in the area, of course they're probably going to be territorial. And on high alert when your defenses kick in. There's a ton of squirrels running around over there. Still got stuff crawling on me. Can't wait till the winter. You gotta deal with all these bugs. Mosquitoes, spiders, bees. Well guys, I'm sure you don't want to sit here and watch me eat. So with that being said, I'm gonna pack up my my stuff here. finish off this ramen, finish my coffee, probably have some trail mix, and head back. So until I decide to go out on another trip, I'll check you later.